Hi everyone, welcome to a new content arc on my channel. In this series of videos over the next few months, we're going to spend some time talking about Feng Shui. Shall we do that? Right? Can't be doing 八字 all the time, right? So, let me ask you a question. What if there is an easy way for everyone, and I mean everyone, to practice Feng Shui? Would you be interested? Like really, really easy, like easier than lucky color easy, right? So this super easy method is the Feng Shui 8-mention personal facing direction. In case we have just met, my name is Pauline Cheng. Very nice to meet you. I'm a 八字 and Feng Shui practitioner. So in this series, we're going to talk about my favorite Feng Shui technique and one of the easiest techniques for even those with zero Feng Shui knowledge to practice, the 8 mentions personal facing directions. Specifically in this series, we are going to explore the potential, the impact, the potential, the effects, and most importantly, how to use the 8 directions, all right? So to be clear, this particular video that you've just hopped on, this is an introduction video. By right, really, it should be called How to Measure My Favorable Directions. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. Okay, what does the 8 mentions facing direction signify? Basically, it's the difference between headwinds or tailwinds, like this aeroplane behind me. Imagine you are this aeroplane, right? If you're consistently facing headwinds, then life gets a little hard, doesn't it? Because you're fighting, going uphill, right? But if you change your facing so that the wind is behind you, suddenly things get a lot easier to get into the zone, produce better work, have a better relationship with your boss, your clients, your colleagues, the people around you, and super easy to apply because the 8 mentions only cares about the main directions, north, northeast, east, southeast, etc. Unlike the other systems that pretty much breaks down into 24 mountains and such. Okay, so you don't need to freak out about, oh darn, am I facing south 2 or is it south 3, right? So another benefit of the 8 mentions, deeply personalized to you. Okay, so how do we go about looking for your personal favorable and unfavorable directions? Okay, to find your personal direction, very simple. Everything, guys, everything starts by plotting your 八字 chart, right? So any plotter will give you the information. For me, of course, as a student of the JY Mastery Academy, my preferred plotter is the one provided by the Academy itself. This is free to use, right? And the link to the plotter is in the video description. But as I said, any plotter will give you this information. These directions will be grouped into 2. Okay, into 2 basic categories, favorable and unfavorable, right? This is a sample, okay? You will have your own directions. It depends on the life gua or the life star number. As a general rule of thumb, we prefer to have you facing your favorable directions as opposed to the unfavorable directions. Okay, so how do I figure out my facing direction? Okay, easy. Arif, next slide, please. Okay, so look at this landlord here, obviously not me lah. Okay, so how do we figure? Right, see this picture here, while sitting down, facing to the monitor or computer, right? So what you do is just whip out your phone compass or an actual compass if you like, right? And look, this direction that she's facing, that's the facing direction. All right, simple, right? Now, please note that this method is to be used in spaces where you spend a lot of time staying in the same place, all right, which for most people would be the facing of your desk at work or in your home office, right? Even those who travel a lot in their work, like you don't really have a regular spot, there will still be time where you sit down for an hour or 2, right, where you would be sending emails, making calls, completing reports, working on accounts, your marketing material, all that sort of stuff, right? So if you work from your dining table, then that is where you work, and therefore the facing direction, right? So Now, please don't take it to the extreme, yeah, guys. Like, you know, I must face my favorable direction all the time. Okay, like it's like, oh, this is my favorable direction. I must face it like this all the time. Guys, don't. All right, that would be simply a ridiculous. Don't be so extreme. Okay. So in general, where we spend the bulk of our time, we want to be facing the favorable direction. But do each of these 8 different directions carry different opportunities or perhaps even problems? Yes, that's the crux of this new series. Okay, so in the following 8 videos, we will unpack the effects of the 8 facing directions one by one. So if you're curious about these facing directions, why don't you go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification button so that YouTube can notify you when a new video drops. For now, thanks for watching. Until we meet again, have a great day ahead.